Once again, welcome to the APDA September Virtual Optimism Walk. My name is Mike Riley. I am based here out of the Boston area, and I have represented the APDA many times. I'm based on Boston Sports Radio. And for those of you that are familiar with the six-time world champion New England Patriots, and also our Major League Soccer team, the Revolution. If you come to a home game or a home match at Gillette Stadium, you'll hear me on the loudspeaker there as a PA announcer. So there you go. That's the deal with that right there. All right, so folks, as you know, we are here today separated by distance, but of course united in our common cause to raise money for the American Parkinson Disease Association so they can continue providing vital support to the Parkinson's community. The opening ceremony actually comprises 4 different optimism walks from around the country, all coming together for one big fun celebration. We would like to say a big hello to Cape Cod. Hello, Cape Cod, everybody. And also hello to our neighbors in Rhode Island. And how about everyone out in the Midwest there in Minnesota and everyone else in the Midwest? So welcome aboard. It's great to have you there. Give yourself a virtual clap or a virtual wave, whatever. That's awesome. So no matter which walk you register for, you're right here in the perfect and right place. So really do appreciate all of you taking your time out of your schedule on the weekend to be with us here today. So to get things officially started, let's kick things off with a special video from APDA President Leslie Chambers.
Hi, my name is Leslie Chambers. I'm the president and CEO of the American Parkinson Disease Association, and I am so happy and thrilled to welcome all of you to our virtual Optimism Walk today. As you know, normally we would all be in person, but today we are walking together in spirit. As Sarge said, we have 4 great APDA chapters represented here today, with walkers joining us from Cape Cod, Illinois, the Midwest chapter, Rhode Island, and Minnesota. We are so thrilled to have you. And again, even though we're walking separately, we're walking as a unified team in spirit for such an important cause, because the funds raised from these events help to provide important services and programs that make a difference for people with Parkinson's. I'd like to especially welcome our longtime APDA friends who have been with us for several years, and a warm welcome and hello to all of you who are new joining APDA today. For those of you who are not familiar with the American Parkinson Disease Association, we are the largest grassroots organization dedicated to providing programs and services to improve the quality of life for everybody who is dealing with Parkinson's and their care partners, as well as providing support for critical research designed to find effective treatments and ultimately the cure for Parkinson's disease. Since this pandemic, APDA jumped right into action, and we have been providing a wealth of programs and services online for you to participate in virtually. And these programs are offered through our national website, as well as programs and services through our local chapters. So if you have not joined in, please check us out at apdaparkinson.org. You will find so many resources there to help you, such as exercise classes, programs from yoga, Tai Chi to interval training, and more. We provide an ongoing series of expert webinars with clinicians, physicians, and researchers who have the latest and greatest on Parkinson's treatment and research. So please check out our website for these and so many more programs, resources, and tools. So the funds that you are raising today are so important because we want to reach everybody, and we have been doing a great job reaching folks across the country as well as across the globe. So every donation, no matter how large, helps to promote these programs and services. So thank you so much for your terrific fundraising. As I mentioned, we have 4 Optimism Walks that have joined together today. And now I would like to take a minute to welcome and introduce you to the representatives from each of our chapters. First, we have Chris Stapleton from Massachusetts. So welcome, Chris.
Thanks for the intro. I'm coming to you today from one of the beautiful beaches here on Cape Cod, and I might say that we are happy that we're walking so that we don't run into one of these guys in the water. And I'm super excited. I think going virtual has really opened up the Parkinson's community. It's giving people a chance from all over the country to call in their friends and family to really get involved and really feel a part of it. And the Parkinson's community has really come up to bat for us. And thank you all of you that have registered. Get out there and walk today and just have a super time.
Great, thanks, Chris. Great to see you. And yes, it's gonna be an awesome day. And next, please join me in welcoming Jeff Sullivan, who is the co-president of our Rhode Island chapter. So welcome, Jeff. Hi, we see you.
Hey. Well, good morning, Leslie. Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I am right here at Goddard Park in Warwick, Rhode Island, where for the last 12 years, right at the starting line, where for the last 12 years, we've held our Rhode Island Optimism Walk. And I have to tell you, we're thrilled to be here. Even though, as you said, Leslie, we can't be here together, I know that we're all here in spirit. So this is where we're going to be walking today.
Great.
So welcome, everybody. I was reminded the other day by someone who's living with Parkinson's disease that said, in challenging times like these, you have to celebrate the little victories. And although I wouldn't consider this a little victory, I would consider this virtual event a pretty darn big victory. And so I'm so proud of how the Rhode Island Parkinson's community has come together, and the other 3 chapters as well. If we've come together to continue to support Parkinson's disease, and we've come together as a team, and I'm so happy that I've gotten to meet the presidents from the other chapters, people that I may not have ever met before, but we're here for a common purpose, and we're here to support people with Parkinson's disease. So let's get out there and let's get walking.
Go, Jeff. Awesome. And that is a beautiful park. I've been there at a couple of the walks, and it's just great. So great to have you and your team here today.
Thank you.
And next, I'd like to introduce and welcome Roger Helene, who is the president of our Midwest chapter in Illinois. And Roger, welcome to the walk today. There he is. Okay.
Well, thank you for that great welcome, Leslie. I'm here in Illinois, getting ready to walk in my neighborhood. I'm excited because this virtual walk gives us a chance to see everybody, which has been few and far between lately. It also gives everybody a chance to get out and support the Parkinson's community and the people that they're walking for, whether they're walking for their mom, for their stepdad, or for the patients they take care of. It's just a great opportunity to show your support for the Parkinson's community.
Absolutely. Thanks, Roger. And to get some exercise as well, which we know is so important. So it's great to have you and your team. Welcome.
Thank you.
And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Jamie Egabretson. She is the president of the Minnesota chapter. Hi, Jamie. And
hey,
welcome.
everyone. Minnesota, here at Minnesota, we are definitely excited for this walk, hitting up everyone across the whole state and beyond. I mean, it's been great to connect with all the other chapters as well as everyone else has mentioned. Many of us here in Minnesota are probably walking our local neighborhoods and parks. And being a physical therapist, I actually love this event because it's so much exercise and movement, and we all know how great that is for Parkinson's. And so it's so great for the whole state and the whole country just to kind of come together and move and raise money for Parkinson's and be Parkinson's heroes. Thank you for having me today.
Love that. I love the heroes. Yes, we have lots of heroes we're going to be meeting today. And Jamie, wanted to thank you and your team and your chapter for all that you do for APDA. So welcome, everybody. It's great to have you all here today. So before we get going, I'm curious about a couple things. Some of you have already mentioned where you're going to be walking. What are some of the things that you're most excited about today? I know we've touched upon some of those things, but if you had to say, what's the one thing that you're looking forward and you're really excited about today, what would that be? So Jeff, what comes to mind when you think about what's going to take place today and what you're excited about?
So what I'm most excited about today, Leslie, I think, is the fact not only that this is a beautiful time of year here in Rhode Island to get out and walk. And as I said, the Parkinson's community here has come together. But I'm excited to be able to walk to raise awareness across the country through this virtual event. You know, when we look at where the donations are coming in, they're coming in from all across the country, and we couldn't be more thankful. And whatever we can do to raise awareness, and we're going to walk and we're going to have fun.
Great, terrific. And I think everyone agree. I see a lot of nodding heads. So when you think about the funds that we raise from this event, what are some of the particular programs and services, maybe the ones that you do in your community or the one that we do, or some of the ones that we do nationally, that you're most excited about in terms of the funding that we'll raise from this event and what those funds are going to support? So maybe you can talk about one or two programs that you're excited about in your community or nationally. So Chris, how about in Massachusetts and Cape Cod?
Well, I'll tell you, one of my favorite signature programs that the APDA does is the Good Start program. You know, really kicking people off when they're newly diagnosed on how they can truly live their best life with Parkinson's, and how they can, you know, employ their whole family to get in and to support them, and how we can connect them with important individuals in the community that really set them off for the best care as they walk this journey.
Absolutely, you're right. And we have so many excellent programs and services like that across the country. So once again, I would encourage all of you to check out the websites nationally and locally for some of these programs. And Jamie, how about you? What are the things that APDA is noted for in your state or your community that this walk is going to help provide support for?
One of the biggest programs that we have is our Patient Aid Scholarship. And it benefits everything from exercise to transportation to medication, and just helping people be able to live life to the fullest, even within their house. And over the last 4 years, our chapter has been able to give out almost $200,000
Wow.
In Patient Aid Scholarship. And this event is like the biggest fundraising event to support that program. And so we're really excited, and that's why this event is so important to us.
Great. And, you know, that program is outstanding. And for many folks, if they're aware, we have a special program too for COVID-related emergency assistance, as well as the traditional things that are covered by that program. So I'm super proud of these things that we do. And thanks, Jamie, again, for your team for all that you do in Minnesota. And Roger, over the years, you've been involved with APDA for a long time. What are some of the hallmark programs and services in Illinois in your community that you're excited about?
Yes, I've been involved in the APDA Midwest chapter now for about 8 years. Number one, I would like to ditto what Jamie said about the grant program. We do a fantastic grant program through the APDA Midwest that helps out with just about anything, the same as they do. I think one of the other big things that APDA does is research. Lots of dollars go into research projects. They might not be the big, huge research projects you see, but a lot of them are getting young researchers involved, and those researchers will progress farther down the line. And that's what we need to do as a grassroots. We need to build up the research end of it.
You're right, Roger, and thanks again for all you do and your team in Illinois. And you're right, research is 50% of our mission. And the thing that we do at APDA is concentrate, as you said, on young researchers. We want to get the best and the brightest into the field. And we leverage these very kind of small grants, as you said, for researchers to do original work to get concepts proven so that they can go to the National Institutes of Health to get the multi-million-dollar grant. So we leverage our research dollars. They're very effective. And if you haven't looked at some of our research projects, please check us out on our website. So thanks again to all of you for everything that you do. I also wanted to make a special thank you to all of our sponsors. We have several local sponsors and national sponsors, and without their help, we wouldn't be able to put on this program or all of our other programs throughout the year. So thank you to our sponsors. I'd also like to thank all of our team captains, all of our volunteers, and all of our staff from all of your chapters, as well as everyone across the country. So thank you, everyone. So before I hand the program back over to Sarge, I just want to say, put on your walking shoes, as Jeff said, get ready to be inspired, and take it away, Sarge. Thank you.
All right, Leslie, thank you so much. And once again, folks, thankfully through my work on Boston Radio, 98.5 The Sports Hub, for those of you that are local and work at Gillette Stadium, I've become involved with the APDA's Massachusetts chapter, emceeing several of their events in the past. So very familiar with the fantastic work APDA is doing, and it is a very important cause, and obviously very thrilled when they asked me to host today's festivities. So it's been a unique and sometimes difficult time for all of us, as you know, as we adapt to the impact of COVID-19, but I really do believe that our better days are ahead. So just be patient, folks. It's all going to work out in the end here. But although life, as we know, it has taken a pause, Parkinson's disease has not. So I hope all of you and your friends and families have been faring well despite the challenges of the past few months. And please know that APDA is here for you. Now, as you know, we're here in Zoom, and, you know, it's a virtual route, so feel free to chat. I see a lot of good chats going right now. Brag about your team, brag about how much money you raised, brag about how many people are on your team. I don't know, maybe you're wearing a special shirt or something for somebody. Tell us where you're going to walk, how many miles. That's great. Rock on, brag, have some fun with it. That's what we're here for. Tell everyone all the good work that you are doing for APDA right there in the chat. We would love to see everything and share your good thoughts right there. So with our program today, we have some well-deserved and exciting fundraising awards. You'll learn how the funds raised will be put to good work, and you'll get the good dose of inspiration and optimism. And then before we send you all off to go walking, we'll turn up the music, dance a little bit, open up the Zoom lines so you can say hello to each other. So be sure to stick around to the very end. And don't worry, you can turn your video off if you don't want to show yourself. That's fine too. So folks, at this time, I'd like to introduce Kristen Stapleton. You just saw her a couple of moments ago in the video, but she is the board president of the APDA Massachusetts Cape Cod chapter, who is going to kick off some well-deserved awards. Kristen.
Hello, everybody. This is truly amazing. I cannot believe how many people have come out today, and thank you so much. I can hardly believe I've been a volunteer with the APDA for more than 25 years now, and for the past 6 years working as the board president. And I've participated in a whole lot of optimism walks, and I can tell you it takes a whole bunch of people to make these things happen, just as much virtually as it does when it's in person. So take a few moments to thank all of our local sponsors, the team, the walk team that got together and met every Wednesday night, everybody that supported us from the tech side. We couldn't have done it without all of you. And raising these funds is so incredibly important. And a special shout out to my folks on Cape Cod. I'm sitting here right now in Dennisport on Cape Cod and plan to take a walk out by the beaches today. So maybe I'll pass some of you on the road. And as I said, raising funds is so important. And one of the milestones that some of our fundraisers have reached is what we call the Circle of Optimism. Circle of Optimism fundraisers have raised more than $1,000, and they receive a Circle of Optimism badge or medal, if you will. And it takes a lot to do that. So Circle of Optimism members, we'll go over in a minute, but I would like to acknowledge also our top fundraising team, the Pavilion Pacers, and the Pavilion is also a huge supporter of the Optimism Walk on Cape Cod. Our largest team, Team Neurocreen. Hello, all you guys. I see you sitting in the chat. And then our Circle of Optimism award winners are this year Cindy Parker Marney, who has been instrumental. She is part of the Pavilion Pacers and really has helped kick off things here on Cape Cod. So thank you, Cindy. Forte Fitness, Lisa Braun, and I'm going to skip Adam for a second because he's done something truly remarkable in addition to being a Circle of Optimism winner. Bill and Kim Bailey, Becky McDonald, amazing amount of funds that you have raised, and they will go to support all of these programs here on Cape Cod. But Adam, holy smokes, Adam walked a full marathon yesterday to raise funds for this walk. Big round of applause to you, Adam. That is awesome. And then speaking about teams, we have tremendous teams, and if you've been to a walk, you see they have shirts made and they bring the whole family, and there's babies in strollers, and there's people in walkers, and it's just awesome. So today we thought we'd take a moment and highlight one of our walking teams here on Cape Cod, and that is the Walk Steady Boxing and Family team. Jay Zavala is the team captain for that. So we're going to turn it over. And let Jay highlight his team and tell us a little bit about what they're doing in support of Parkinson's. Hey, Jay.
Hi everyone. Welcome to paradise. Here we are on beautiful Cape Cod. Another fun day ahead of us. I heard the word walk steady boxers. These are not only people that are my teammates in fighting Parkinson's, they're my friends. You know, some of the nicest people I've met have come through Parkinson's and Spalding and APDA and all of the great work that folks are doing. So a big shout out to the Walk Steady Boxers. You're doing a fine job again this year. Welcome to all of our friends from across the country. And I certainly want to thank our local sponsors that stood up for us again this year. We're going to have a great walk when our visit is over. Why do we raise funds? Why do we work so hard? Because we care. We care because we know right ahead of us there's a cure. And we know that we get help, we help one another. And when we help one another, we know we do so because there's so much hope in what we're doing. So the information, the education, it all leads to one thing: eradication. We're going to beat this thing. We're going to beat it together. And thank you all for being a part of this. I know I've got the great task of introducing our friends from Rhode Island, our neighbors. So this is Jeff and Bonnie. You've got the forum now.
All right,
good
great.
morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much. A little bit of stage stutter there. So Jeff and I got involved in APDA in memory of my dad, who we're walking for today, Bob Hughes, and his and my family's journey with Parkinson's. And I'll tell you, we knew nothing like we know now. But it's okay, because, you know, now we have a chance to help our local community. We joined our first walk. This is how we got involved 6 years ago, joined on Walk Day. And it was like Christmas Day, every bit as special, right? And it became the highlight of our year every single year. So we're just so blessed to be able to, you know, to be embraced by this community and have the opportunity to help our community and give back. And with the help of our board and our support group leaders, including Bernice Belt, who's a longtime leader that we especially hold dear in our hearts today. But we're just grateful and really, really happy. Thanks.
Well, just like Kristen and all the other chapters that are here today, we have some amazing awards to give out and some amazing fundraisers to recognize today. And so we'll start. Kristen explained what the categories mean, but I'll just jump right in. We have to give a shout out to the folks at the Parkinson's Place for being our top fundraiser. You know, Rich and his folks out there, they do an amazing job every year. And his goal was pretty darn aggressive. And I remember a couple weeks ago saying, maybe I should give him a shout. But then I realized I don't have to. The folks at the Parkinson's Place are going to do it every single year. So Rich, Jengers, and everybody else at the Parkinson's Place, way to go. Congratulations. Our largest team, not fast, just furious. Love that name. 10 walkers on that team. So thank you guys for your support and your energy and your optimism. And congratulations to team captain Gary Roy for wrangling those cats. So we appreciate that. And now we'll talk about our Circle of Optimism members, those folks that have fundraised more than $1,000. And we'll start with Charles and Barbara Sturdivant. Congratulations and thank you. Bev Brindle, I just got to know Bev this week. We've been trading texts and going back and forth. So great job, Bev. Daniel Florent, thank you, Dan. Bill Ganelli, awesome job, Bill. Joe Golemboski, Karen Ramaika, and forgive me, Karen, if I have mispronounced your name. Lucy Harlow and Mark Campopiano. Congratulations, guys. And I'd also would like to make one more recognition to the Russell and Carla Ritchie Family Fund at the Rhode Island Foundation for their very generous grant to our walk. So those are the folks here in Rhode Island that are making a difference. Thank you guys for being your support. Thank you for being Parkinson's heroes, and way to go. So now it is, where are we going next? Now it is my great pleasure to welcome Roger from the great state of Illinois. Roger, take it away. Oh, no, sorry, wait, not yet for Roger. Time out. Good thing we rehearsed this. It's my pleasure to go to Joe Galimboski. So Joe is, he's team captain of Team Galimboski. He's been involved in the walk for several years and recently has joined our board here at the RIAPDI. So Joe, welcome and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Jeff and Bonnie. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joe from Team Galimboski, and we're proud to be associated with the Rhode Island chapter of the American Parkinson's Disease Association. Team Galimboski was formed in honor and memory of my late father, Joseph Galimboski Sr. My father was diagnosed at the age of 44 with early onset Parkinson's. For the next 15 years, my father stood strong against the everyday struggle that correlates with this disease. For example, when he was no longer able to drive with his right foot due to tremors, he fought back and learned how to drive with his left. While battling with his depression, most often associated with this disease, he continued to find the joys in life, most often through his family. My father fought to the very end because my father fought to the very end because we have fought with him and with others until we find a cure. So at this point in time, I will be directing it over to Roger, President and board member of the APDA of Midwest chapter.
Hey, thank you, Joseph, for that great introduction, and thank you for all you do out there. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all the Midwesterners. I'm sorry it's a little wet and rainy here, but as I look outside my window now, I'm seeing it's getting a little bit bright, so hopefully we're going to be able to get a good walk in today. I've been associated with the American Parkinson's Disease Association for about 8 years now. I have been board president of the APDA Midwest chapter for the last 3 years. Looking at it, they give us wonderful support. They support the local support groups and the Parkinson's communities in the area through support group grants and other grants that we talked about earlier today. We have a fantastic support group that's formed a great team down here in central Illinois where I'm at this year. We also have a very strong, rock-steady boxing group down here. I originally got involved to help support my wife, who was diagnosed 13 years ago with Parkinson's. And with her support, we run the Central Illinois Parkinson's Support Group. She participates in boxing. And it's just a fantastic community that we have here in Central Illinois. Moving on, I would like to mention our award winners here. Our top fundraising team, and it seems like they're up there just about every year, is the mild-mannered alter egos. Our largest team this year, and I did not actually get the number of team members they have, but they're always up there in the 10 to 12 member range, if not more, is Team Tough Guy. Our Circle of Optimism members, Thomas Nash. What can I say about Thomas Nash? I do believe this year he's raised almost $5,000 if he hasn't gone over that yet. And Carmen C's Flores, one of our board members. Currently, she's in the Philippines, and she has still been able to become a Circle of Optimism member. And Chuck Schwab. Chuck's been on the APDA board with me just about as long. Almost my right-hand man as we've gone along through many trials and tribulations of the board. And I would like to thank all of our Circle of Optimism members for their continued support year in and year out. And at this point, I would like to turn it over to Chuck, because Chuck also has a team, the Schwab Mob, and they've done an amazing things for the chapter. So Chuck, take it away.
You unmuted the wrong Schwab. You need Chuck.
Yeah, we're going to look for Chuck here. We're looking for Chuck. Where is he? Where is he? Can Chuck unmute yourself? Can you do that, Chuck?
I see him, and
You want to speak on behalf of him if he can do it?
okay. You remember how we got you unmuted, Chuck, with the phone button?
Well, yeah.
Bottom left. Bottom left, Chuck.
Chuck on the bottom left. You should try that one out there. If he can't, we'll have Roger just talk about it.
All right. Chuck has been a board member about 8 years, the same as I have. He has formed a fantastic team that supports us year in and year out of family and friends. His family also does a lot of volunteering at the chapter for us. And Chuck, I just want to thank you for everything you do, everything your family does, your amazing team, and the fundraising that you do, not only for our walk, but year round.
Thanks for doing that, Roger and Chuck. We know you can hear us, so on behalf of everyone, thank you, Chuck. Let's hear it for Chuck right there. Yeah, all right. Let's go.
All right, thanks, Roger and Chuck, and hello to all of you. It's so fun to see everyone's smiling faces on the screen. If you're from Minnesota, give me a wave. I want all this energy that we're building up to bring back the sunshine here and push these rain clouds away. So my name is Jamie Engebretson. I'm board president, and this is my 5th year as a board member for the APDA Minnesota chapter. I got involved with APDA because I work with a number of people with Parkinson's disease, and I also have an uncle who has Parkinson's. I've seen how they've benefited from all the programs and services APDA has to offer and wanted to give back to the Parkinson's community here in Minnesota. And this is my 5th walk, and obviously my first virtual one. And so it is just fun to see how many people we can reach from all over the state and the country, really. So without further ado, it's now time to give a huge appreciation to our Minnesota Optimism Walk winners, each raising over $1,000 or more, and recognize some teams. So the top fundraising team this year is Dave's Pathfinders. They have done a great job and raised about $5,000. He is also one of our APDA Minnesota ambassadors out there, cheering us on and spreading all the programs out to everyone that he knows. Also, for the largest teams, we actually have a 3-way tie between Walking for You, Happy Feet, and Walk It. And each of these teams basically has about 14 members. So great job building up those teams this year. And without further ado, our Circle of Optimism members this year are Dave Eiley, The Power of Optimism with Greg Molnar, Stacy Usum, Jeff Usum. I think there was a little bit of family rivalry there going on. And then last but not least, Jason Kopex. Thank you so much for all of your hard work raising those funds this year. All of our walk teams are amazing, but I'd actually like to highlight one of our special walkers who's been an inspiration to the Minnesota chapter. Please welcome John Moon.
Oh, hello. Thank you, Jamie. They wanted me to talk about how the American Parkinson's disease has helped me with my Parkinson's. I'm about 5 years into my journey now, and the Parkinson's people were nice enough to give me a scholarship to help with my physical and join one of the boxing teams. I've been doing that. I'm still flexible. I still play golf. My wife is my biggest booster. When I go to boxing, she says my personality blooms, if you will. But when I don't go to boxing, suddenly I'm kind of non-smiley, non-responsive. So the boxing helps with my attitude, and I've made 30 new friends by doing that. My wife loves it when I do it. So I'm going to keep doing it. She's my biggest fan. So thank you. I appreciate it. And we're going over to Sarge now.
All right, John and Jamie, thank you so much. Awesome job. Really inspiring to see all of these teams, and you guys do so much for APDA. Just real quick, we would also like to recognize David Portman from the Rhode Island Circle of Optimism. So David, congratulations. Awesome that you're part of the Circle of Optimism. And again, fantastic fundraising and incredible teams all making today a success. In addition to all the people who we just highlighted here, we are very appreciative to our national Optimism Walk sponsors who support all of the Optimism Walks across the country. Adamas, Amnil, Lundbeck, and Synovian. And we also have some special messages for you from our sponsors right now.
Hi, I'm Sarah Matheson. I'm from Adamas Pharmaceuticals. As a proud sponsor of the APDA and of the Parkinson's community, I want to thank you for being part of this Optimism Walk. You're making a difference for people living with PD. Thank you and congratulations.
Hello, I'm Scott Hunter, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Amnil Pharmaceuticals. We are very excited to be part of this incredible event, and we are confident it will provide a great spirit of community, education, and inspiration for people living with Parkinson's, their care partners, and families. At Amnil, our team comes to work every day with all of you in our minds and hearts. We are passionate and dedicated to our work in Parkinson's disease. Again, we are so glad to partner with you today in this event and wish you the very best.
The biggest impact that this program has brought is the connection between two completely different generations that brings them together, and they create these lasting relationships and create this emotional connection.
It facilitates the ability for youth to communicate with people with Parkinson's and really foster a connection, which is what the program is really all about.
Drawing of our hands was the best thing to start with. It really was. It brought us together, and it was just comfortable. The young people learned that we are just like they are.
I know more because of it, and I'm a better person because of it.
People with Parkinson's need new ideas, little ideas, big ideas, ideas that may even change lives. And that's why we created Little Big Things, an innovation platform for people with Parkinson's, care partners, doctors, innovators, and more. Join us, and together, let's spark, share, and celebrate the little big things happening in Parkinson's disease.
Okay, guys, so here we go. Thank you very much to our national sponsors that really help out the APDA here. And at this time, we also have many local sponsors who are supporting the 4 individual walks today. As you can see on the screen, we have them proudly displayed right here. So give a virtual round of applause, virtual fist pump, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you support our local sponsors, as we do appreciate their support. Now, the Optimism Walks are fantastic, and they raise much needed awareness, but perhaps most importantly, they raise much needed funds that help make so many of APDA's programs and services possible. Here to tell us more about where the money goes, won't you please welcome the great Dr. Joe Friedman. Dr. Friedman, it is great to have you here with us today.
Well, it's a great honor and privilege to be here, and it's been a terrific association that I've had with the APDA for several decades now. About 30 years ago, actually, I was president of our Rhode Island chapter for a few years, but now, luckily, I don't have to do that anymore. More competent people like the Sullivans are in charge. The money that is raised really is terrifically important. The money supports our information and referral center, which is a crucial aspect of my practice, because when I have to tell somebody that they have Parkinson's disease, it's extremely important that I can refer them to somebody to get more information, to get all the information from the APDA, but also to talk to a real person who has a lot of familiarity with Parkinson's disease, because what I say in the office frequently just, can't be remembered because people are overcoming, the disappointing shock of learning that they have Parkinson's disease, and they don't know what to expect. And the INR Center is terrifically helpful at sort of setting them on the path for understanding and really dealing with this. It's also terribly impressive to me how many support groups we have in the tiny state of Rhode Island. The number varies, but usually it's around 20, for a state that's so tiny with a population of only 1 million. The money that's raised, besides funding the INR Center, also helps support through grants, devices when people need wheelchairs, for example, if they don't have enough money to pay the tuition required for a Rock Steady program or for one of the pedaling programs for Parkinson's disease. And even some money goes for respite care, which is so desperately needed by so many of our people. So the money rate, and of course, a good percentage of the money goes to the national organization, which helps support all the Parkinson patients throughout the world. And a portion of that goes for research, which was discussed earlier. So all that money is terribly useful. The more, the better. And really, it's inspiring how many people are participating today and how many people have been active raising money for their friends, relatives, and other people who have Parkinson's disease. I salute all of you. It's now a great pleasure for me to introduce Terry Ellis, a major researcher in Parkinson's disease, plus she can tell you more about herself now. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Friedman. It is great to be here and great to see so much excitement among all of you. I have the privilege of directing the APDA National Rehab Resource Center. And we're located at Boston University in Massachusetts. And thanks to the amazing support we receive from the APDA, we have a toll-free telephone helpline where people from all over the country, people with Parkinson's disease, family members, healthcare professionals, call us, and they can speak with a licensed physical therapist and ask all their questions about where can they find a physical therapist near them who has expertise in Parkinson's disease, or where can I find an exercise program near me, or I have some questions about exercise and I want to ask somebody that knows about this. So we are here to serve people with Parkinson's and their family members all over the country. We also have an amazing team of expert physical therapists, and we host frequently. We have webinars that we host for people all over the country, and right now we're in the middle of a balance series. So anybody that wants to learn more about balance and improving balance and Parkinson's disease, tune in. So thank you very much. The support, all the funds raised helps us do what we love to do. And so we're grateful for everybody coming out today and raising funds for the APDA. And so at this point, I'd like to transition to Anushka from Minnesota.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. I'm Anushka Mohideen, and I am the APDA Information and Referral Coordinator for the Minnesota chapter. As an APDA INR coordinator, I'm here to help connect you to the resources that you need to help make your Parkinson's journey smooth and successful. From help with finding a neurologist or a movement disorder specialist in your area, to connecting you to programs and services that will help you feel safe and supported, you can reach out to me or any of the 20 APDA INR coordinators across the country. And the funds we're raising today help make the INR coordinator positions possible. Thank you so much. And with that, I would love to introduce Dr. Z, the medical director of the APDA INR Center at the University of Chicago.
Hi, thank you so much, Anushika. Hello, everyone. It's really a great honor and a privilege to be here to meet everyone. And thank you so much for participating and the contribution to this great event. And thank you, APDA and the local chapters and the patient family and volunteers organize such a wonderful, important virtual walking and fundraising event. This is very important to us and to our cause to provide the best care to the patient and the quality of life and eventually a cure to the Parkinson's disease. My name is Tao Z. I'm the director of the movement disorder program and also the director of information and the referral center of APDA at the University of Chicago. We have a well-formed team striving to provide the best care to our patient and also conduct cutting-edge research in the field. I cannot say enough to say how we're grateful to the support from APDA and as an information referral center over the past so many years. APDA enable us better connect our patient to the best care and the resource they need. And the APDA also enable us to run a variety of supporting group, including the education, exercise, and a variety of special program, pretty much weekly basis to all the patient and the family, all free. And also a variety of other programs as well, including the COVID emergency program and other research. So the money raised today will be very important and vital to not only to our center and also to the patient care and quality of life to all of Parkinson patient and the family. And not only also mentioned that the money will also be used to support the research to find a better therapy and eventually cure to the disease. I don't think we could have done so much without the support of the APDA, without the support from events like this today, and the support from the generous donation and support from you. And thank you so much. I really appreciate and we're really grateful for your participation and contribution. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of APDA Massachusetts chapter, Bill Pageant. Thank you, Bill.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you and welcome. First of all, I'd like to thank all of the participants today. It was our goal over the course of the last 90 days to put together a program that would provide everybody with the opportunity to see, exactly what APDA does. And hopefully by this point, you've been able to experience exactly what APDA does. We're a grassroots organization that provides support to the community with great programs. We also support research. And, as we move forward, it's been certainly a challenging time here with COVID. But what we've been able to do is really rally the community to raise a lot of funds, specifically with this event. I'd like to thank all of the board presidents who you heard from earlier today. Kristen, Jeff and Bonnie, Roger, as well as Jamie in Minnesota. They're volunteers and they've done an amazing amount of work. At this point, I'd like to share with you where we are from a fundraising standpoint. Right now, with all 4 chapters included, we've raised about $150,000. It certainly is fantastic, but it is a little short from what we've previously done. And for all of the chapters on the call today on the Zoom, this is their #1 fundraising event of the year. And so we really need just a little bit more, of a fundraising push to finish strong. What I'd like to do is set a goal to try and extend our fundraising for another $30,000. And let me tell you why I think that is an achievable goal, but also why I think it's important. So $30,000 at this point would represent 20% of an increase over where we are right now. It also would be allowing us with $30,000 to fund 100 additional individual scholarships. And so that would provide, with support to the community for 100 individuals. And right now, I looked at our numbers this morning. We're at, on average, $250 per person on average across the board. There are some that raise, less, some that raise more, but 25% would get, the average up to $300. And I think that's a really important goal. So how do we continue to do that? Number one is get out and exercise today or be active. Share your experience on social media. Send us your photographs. Ask people, for just a little bit more. Something that our board president, Kristen, came up with that was a great fundraising idea was every 9 minutes, a person gets diagnosed, with Parkinson's disease. What a wonderful idea to ask for a $9 donation related to that. And what we've been able to experience is that not only will people donate $9, but sometimes more. The other really important thing, as we move forward is just building awareness. Make sure that you're building awareness as it relates to, Parkinson's disease and everything that this organization has done. We spoke a little bit about the great, activity that Adam from Neurocrine did today or yesterday, and he walked a marathon. Not only did he raise money, but he raised a great deal of awareness. Similarly, in the last walk, we had an individual with Parkinson's disease or a Parky that did a marathon over the course of the month. Continue to move forward. We're hoping that you'll get out and exercise. We're hoping that today you'll get out and exercise on a safe, in a safe manner. And before I turn it over to Sarge to start, putting the close on this event, I'd like to just make sure that everybody is wearing their mask for today, and I'll turn it over to Sarge.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. And yeah, that's right. Like Bill said, wear your mask, wash your hands, everyone stay safe out there, social distance. We're doing all the right stuff, one day closer. But in the meantime here, folks, whatever you decide to do, we want to see it. So we're asking all of you to please share your personal walking photos on social media, Instagram and Twitter, using the hashtag Optimism Walk. I just did mine on Twitter a few minutes ago and also on Instagram at Sarge95 right there. Put it right up. So show us where you're walking, your fun Optimism Walk signs, and your fun team t-shirts. A photo of the person you're walking for. And if you haven't already, you can print out your personal Optimism Walk sign and take a picture holding it up proudly. You can find the sign on your walk webpage. Just look towards the top for the words, print your walk sign. And of course, by using the hashtag there, Optimism Walk, we'll all be able to see each other's photos, and it will help keep this great sense of community going strong all day long. And you know what? Maybe down the line, you can go back and check out Optimism Walk and say, wow, look what we did in 2020. So keep that memory right there. If you don't do social media, no problem. You can email your pictures to your local chapter as well. And again, to reiterate, when you do go out walking, please be careful. Walk in the safe areas, follow the rules of the road of your community, walk with others if you can, and again, obey the local social distancing and the face mask rules on that right there. And also, we will be giving it out to our friends in Minnesota who hooked us up with a special playlist right here made for the APDA Optimism Walk. So if you need some music to motivate you, go to Spotify and search APDA Walk to download the playlist. Some good stuff on there. Check it out. Motivation. Even if it's raining out there in Minnesota, it's okay. It'll brighten your day. Get some great music on there. So yeah, like I said, Spotify, APDA Walk. Search that right there. It'll put the pep in your step. All right? So we'll be giving a big countdown to send you on your way. But if you don't feel like you're quite ready and you want to do a little warm-up here before you head out, we got you covered. So right after we sign off, we'll play a quick warm-up video from our friends at Spalding. So feel free to do that before you begin your walk. Just looking around the room here, everyone's ready to go, right? You're all set? You ready to rock and roll? You ready? Let's do this. All right. So don't go anywhere just yet. Stay put real quick. We've been doing all the talking, and now we want to hear from you. That music's going up for a second. Here we go. I got to talk over that. But we want you all to dance around, wave hello, show us your walk signs. Get up there if you can, shake what your mama gave you, have some fun. And if you'd like to say hello, you can unmute yourselves right now. Tell us your name and where you're from. Or if you're quiet, just type, smile, wave, and enjoy the music. And if you prefer, you can stop your video if you prefer to do your dancing in your private. So here you go, guys. Rock and roll. Here we go.
Hey, Minnesota here. Life has purpose. That is
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello from Minnesota.
Say hi, Mom.
Roger.
Use your words. Say hi, everyone.
Hey, Marlene.
Strong, everyone. Say hi, Mary Wesley.
Hi, Mary Wesley.
Love from the Maurices and Houstons, Mary Wesley and everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, Schwab Mob. Let's get out there and walk. All right, let's go.
Hey, Minnesota.
Say whatever you want.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi.
Say hi, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Love you guys.
Tell everybody, keep
Thank you,
moving.
Bill. Thank you. Good luck in the walk. We love you guys.
Hi, from Debbie. Hi.
Here, come on in here.
Go team Tough Guys.
Thanks for all the support.
Here.
Nice
move,
dance,
Les.
Jeff.
Go, Jeff. Don't break it. Mary, thanks for communicating. We'll have to get back in touch. Go kisses, Ma.
Go Schwab Mob. Go Schwab Mob. Woo!
Go Schwab Mob.
Be well, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Andrew Judelson, Chief Medical Officer at Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital, Cape Cod. On behalf of Spalding and our clinicians who care for people with Parkinson's, I congratulate all the walkers for being part of today's event. And I thank the Parkinson's Support Network of Cape Cod, the Massachusetts chapter of the APDA, and the other chapters joining today's event for uniting in the fight against Parkinson's disease. At Spalding, we're privileged to care for people with Parkinson's and their families. We know that rehab doesn't stop when someone leaves the hospital, the outpatient center, or a wellness program. Rehab extends into every aspect of life. We all know that one of the most important things that you can do is to keep moving. So whether you walk around the block, or walk on a track, or seek out some other beautiful place near where you live, exercise is key to maintaining your independence. And by joining in today's walk, you're magnifying the impact of your generosity many times over. Now I'd like to introduce Laurel Koch, an advanced physical therapist, part of our Rock Steady boxing team, and a passionate advocate for our patients. She'll take you through some warm-up exercises.
Hello. What we're going to do today is we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So I'll have you just stand in a comfortable position and just start by rolling your head around to each side. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Next up, I'd like you guys to roll your shoulders. If rolling your shoulders is tough, then you can just shrug them, but we're going to roll them back. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll roll them forward. 1, 2, 3. Next up, I'm going to have you put your hands on your hips, feet hip distance apart, and just try and roll your hips around. 1, 2, 3, and then roll the other way. 1, 2, 3. Take your arms and relax them down by your sides, and then we're just going to swing a little bit from side to side. Get yourself warmed up there. And now that you're warmed up here, let's do some arm rolls. So we're going to bring them 1, 2, 3, and we'll go the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Next up, I'd like to get some stretches on your sides. So we're going to take your fingers and put them down the seam of your pants and just try and reach all the way over. If you feel comfortable, you can reach your other arm up and over, and we're going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come up. We'll do the other side. Slide down. Feel a stretch. If you can, bring your arm over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time each side. We'll bring your arms down, and we'll come on up and over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up, and now the other side. Come back over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Next up, I'd like you guys to do a running stretch. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine, but keep your toes nice and straight. There's no duck toes. There's just coming back and bending forward. And if you can, keep your body upright versus here, because then you'll stretch the front of your hip and your back half. And we're just going to hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on back up. And then I'll have you guys switch and hold right here and stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do that one more time, and I'm going to go from the side. We'll hold here, and I'll just talk. So instead of being bent here, which is a stoop position, bring your hips forward, and we'll hold here. It's probably 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll switch. I'll do the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now I'd like people to do just a couple of hip openers. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine, but we're just going to bring your legs open. 1, 2, 3, and then you bring the same leg forward. 1, 2, 3. We'll do the other leg. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll bring the other leg. 1, 2, 3. To get your heart going and get ready for the walk, I'm going to have you guys just do some marching, and we'll march for 20 counts. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now just to take a couple deep breaths in, and this helps with your rib expansion. So we're going to take a deep breath in all the way up, and stretch, and then breathe out. 2 more. Take a deep breath in all the way in, up, breathe out, and last one. All the way in, and breathe out. Thank you very much for participating in today's event, and good luck with your walk.
Awesome, awesome. Good job, everybody. Good little warm-up there. Stay put real quick. Don't leave the Zoom room, because before you mute yourselves again, give yourselves a big round of applause. Come on, let's go. I want to hear everyone here. Big round of applause. Unmute your microphone. You can unmute it. Go ahead. Unmute it. Let's go. Come on. Here we go. Excellent. Yep, rock out. Come on. All right. Perfect. Excellent. Sounds great.
Hello, everybody.
Sounds great right there. Excellent. Very well deserved.
Thank you, Sarge.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate your help.
Thank you, guys. My
Thank
pleasure.
you, everyone.
Everyone stay put real quick. Everyone, just if you can mute your microphone real quick.
Thanks for the warm-up.
Mute your microphone real quick, everyone. One more time. On behalf of everyone at APDA, and especially the Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Midwest chapters, we thank you so very much for joining us here today. Don't forget, snap the photos, share them with us on Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag OptimismWalk. And remember, we're not together physically like previous years, but definitely together in spirit, together in our optimism, and together in our passion to end this disease. Remember, no one walks alone. Nobody, all right? So, at this time, we're going to count down. We're going to ask Leslie Chambers to help us count down. Leslie, are you ready? If you can unmute your microphone, too, if you're still there with us, that'd be great. We'll have you unmute, and then we'll have you do the countdown with us. Leslie, all set?
All set.
All right, let's rock and roll. Here we go.
All right.
All right, 5,
4, 3,
2,
1. Woo!
There you go, guys. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Enjoy your day, and thank you all so very much. Let's go.
Hey, thanks, sir. Thank
right.
you. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you.
Say bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Enjoy your walks.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your walk.